Hi guys, welcome to Breakthrough. I've got to tell you, sometimes when you're trying to do something, just as you're about to go live, things shut down, which is really crazy, but I'm so grateful that you're with me. I am excited, just adjusting a little bit. And today I'm excited too because we are talking about the power of our mind. This is a really important topic, and many times we take it for granted. We've got such power in our minds that sometimes we just don't realize it and we just allow all sorts of crazy garbage to go in there. But I'm excited that you're with me because today I believe that your life is going to be transformed based on what we talk about. So, today we are talking about breakthrough tips, tools, and insights for life. And if this is your first broadcast, thank you again for looking and just checking me out. I encourage you to share it. Give me some love, give me some hearts, some thumbs up. Let me know that this broadcast is truly impacting your life in one way or another. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Sharon A. Joseph on YouTube. So please subscribe because once I have enough customer clients, whatever, subscribers on my YouTube channel, I'll be able to go live on YouTube as well. Oh, and hope you enjoyed the new background and new studio. I'll be interviewing more guests on my program, and I'm really excited because I think it's going to be really interesting. Many people spoke about how wonderful the program was last week with my amazing guest from Atlanta, Denise Seeley. So thank you again for joining me. Okay, so who am I and what am I doing talking about breakthrough? Well, my name is Sharon, as I said before, and growing up, I had a major speech impediment. I hated myself because I couldn't be like everyone else. I stuttered so badly that I couldn't say my name is Sharon. And that was really depressing. I was bullied. I was teased. I just didn't feel good about who I was. There was something else too, and I truly believe that this is where my stuttering started. I was 3 years old and living with my great aunt, and a man broke into our house and raped her. At the time, at 3 years old, you don't quite know what's going on, but you just know that it was something violent. When he left, my aunt was bloody and bruised and just looking messy. So I knew that what happened wasn't good, and she was crying too. But the good thing is she hid me, and I'm so glad I was obedient enough to stay where she hid me. She said, "Don't move until I come back and get you." And I'm so glad I did that, because if I hadn't done that, God knows what could have happened to me at 3 years old as well. It was violent, it was abusive, it impacted me so much that I believe it seared my mind on people and things, and maybe that's what caused me to be who I am today, in the sense that I want to be loving and kind and caring to others, because I've seen what impact abuse can have on someone else. On top of all of that, I was abused as well as a child. I was neglected by my father, rejected by family members and friends. I had no friends in school, none. My teachers rejected me as well. Now, why am I sharing all of these things? Because when these things happen to someone, it could truly impact their lives forever. So I said I was bullied by students and didn't have friends. I tell people I'd never go to a high school reunion because why am I going? I don't know anyone there. I had no friends there. So, and because of that too, I think I ate a lot. I was as big as a barrel. I'm not kidding. It took me many, many years of saying, I want to do better. I want to change. I want to, lose weight to get to the point where I'm at now. And it's a daily struggle to maintain and be who I believe I need to be in order to impact this world. I never saw a speech pathologist, though, although I studied for most of my life into adulthood. I did something that was very different. I believe I cried out to God. I said, if you're God and you're a healer, then you can heal me. And I remember crying out. I was, I don't know, about a teenager, 12, 13, and I was asking God to please heal me. If you are real, please heal me. I would never forget that because it was a true turning point in my life. He didn't heal me right away, but that did something to me. I was asking him, why did you allow all that has happened in my life to happen to me? And I didn't realize that he had a purpose in all the pain that I was going through, that despite my past abuse, my past pain and rejections, that I had a choice to make in my mind as to how everything turned out. What I choose to think about, and again, thinking, thoughts, mind, what I choose to think about or meditate on, it determined who I am today, and it will determine, my thoughts today will determine who I am tomorrow, where I go, what I do, and how I spend the rest of my life. I'm encouraging you to do the same thing. One day I remember sitting in a room, it was a dark room, and I was sitting on the floor and looking out like the crease of the bottom of the door, and I saw light in the other room, but in my room it was dark, and I was crying, and I didn't want to come out because I just felt so depressed and broken. And I think it was in that moment, in that dark room where no one else was there, no one, I felt, couldn't care less as to where I was or what I did. I cried out, and I realized by looking at that light, I thought to myself, if I can only be better, if I can speak better, I will do great things. I will impact other people's lives. I was crying out. I was upset, but I wasn't angry. I had been angry at God for a long time. But that day in that room, crying out and asking God why, and please heal me, and if you do, I will do great things. I will help other people. That, I think, was a turning point in my life. It did something to me mentally. And when we talk about the power of our minds, the things we think about, the things we entertain, the things we allow to take residence in our mind can truly transform who we are. How we think or how we use the power of our minds can truly determine our success or failure. Every single thought you have, can either be a powerful one to advance you into your purpose, or one that can hold you back. Every thought, every single thought. So remember that as you move forward. Today I'm doing this broadcast live, Breakthrough. I have given the commencement speech at a medical school. Think about that, a medical school. I think I needed a medical intervention when I was younger. But to see from that point of stuttering to being able to give a commencement speech at a medical school in Atlanta and be the president of several communication and leadership organizations, it didn't happen overnight. But can I tell you, it happened because I thought in my mind that I can do it, that despite all that I've been through, as imperfect as I was, this started when I was still stuttering. Again, I stuttered from childhood into adulthood. I must have been 25 or 30. Between 25 and 30, I started stuttering less because I invested more time in who I was to become the person I wanted to be. Why am I sharing this with you? I'm sharing it with you to let you know that despite everything and anything you've been through in life so far, the hurts, the pains, the rejections, the threats or the losses, the evictions, the lack of money, lack of food, the medical issues you've been through, and finances, lack of friends, I mean, whatever you've been through, I'm sharing my story with you so that you would know that despite whatever you've been through, that there is still hope for you. You can move beyond your pain. You can move beyond all that you've been through to become stronger and impact this world and help other people as well. You and I were meant to break through, not break down. I'll say that again. We were meant to break through, not break down. The things that has happened to us was to help us break through and help us come to the point of not just breaking through, but breaking through and helping someone else live a better life. I did not break down, and you will not break down either. We are both gonna break through. So in case you're wondering what's breakthrough all about, that's the essence of what breakthrough is all about. Living and leading with passion and purpose despite everything and anything we have been through. It's deliberately influencing people with a spirit of excellence. It's not just a one and done thing. Yes, we fail sometimes, but the essence of breakthrough and living with passion and purpose is getting up every time we fail. It's not a one and done thing. It's not a one and done, like you be excellent now and then tomorrow you're not. No, it's a consistent, continuous thing. Breakthrough is about helping you reach within your mind and recognize the power you hold in that mind of yours, and then you reaching beyond and helping someone else. Every single day we wake up, we have an opportunity to impact this world with who we are, impact this world positively with who we are, based on our thoughts, the thoughts that come out of our mind. I know we last week, I hope you were with me last week when we had my dear friend and guest Denise from Atlanta. And after we ended that program, we spoke about her business and doing great things. And I'm so excited to be working with her to grow and push her business and her life forward as well. We spoke about think, do, say, and live. And I hope you remember those things. Think, because everything you do starts with your mind. Think, your most valuable asset. People don't realize that who we are is based on our most valuable asset. I cannot stress it enough. And if I do 100 broadcasts only about the power of our mind, only about the valuable asset that we have, this muscle that's within our brain and how powerful it is, if I do 100 broadcasts just on that and you get it, then it's worth it. So again, our mind is our most valuable asset. Our mind is the place where every life transforming decision we can ever make is made. Your mind determines what you believe and who you become based on what you believe. Our mind is the most powerful muscle. It's more powerful than the most powerful computer that there is. It's the MVP of your life. I know, the most valuable, it should be the most valuable person, but it is the MVA, which is the most valuable asset of your life. Your mind is the central processing unit of a computer. In a computer we say it's a central, there's a central processing unit. Well, your mind is your central processing unit of your life, of your body. The funny thing about life is many of us try to protect the things we have. And for example, the internet, or when it first came out, it was called the superhighway. People spend millions of dollars on a beautiful home in a remote area, gated community, state of the art security system, security guards and guard dogs, electronic fences and intercom systems to guard their homes. They feel very secure, but are they? Think about this. Many secure their homes and their physical property, but not their minds. And that's their most valuable asset. Isn't that sad? Why? Because why is it most important? And it's sad that people protect their property more so than their mind, because whomever has your mind, basically they have you, and they can get everything you have. How is your most valuable asset? How is your most valuable asset? Your mind stolen? I'll tell you. After you have secured your home, your place, your property, you pay another company to bring in an unsecure superhighway called the internet into your gated, guarded, secure community home. And that superhighway or the internet, you leave it totally unrestricted. Your kids have total unrestricted internet access, and people can get into your home, into your children's life, and steal their minds. As a matter of fact, every business that's out there is out there to steal your mind, to steal space in your mind. Businesses pay billions of dollars in advertising cost to target your mind, how you think, and then cause you to purchase their product. We establish moral standards for ourselves and our children, then we complain about we don't establish moral standards for ourselves and our children, but then we complain about our children. We may have moral standards established, but not put a lock on our computer or have a parental control on our computer. That doesn't help us either. Everyone is after our minds. whether you choose to believe it or not, I promise you it is. Every single business out there wants your mind. They want to control the way you think or change the way you think to benefit them and their business. Now, you have a choice, right? Businesses, as I said before, spend billions of dollars to change your mind or to get you to do what they want you to do. Fact is, it's your choice. Your choice. You have a choice as to what you allow come in, which businesses you allow to come into your mind. Why do you need to guard your mind more so than your physical property? Because every physical property you can have is replaceable. Your mind is not. Your mind is not replaceable. I feel like many of you are asking me, Sharon, how can I guard my mind? Well, by guarding what goes into it. You can guard your mind by guarding what goes into it, what you allow to take up space in your mind and your children's mind. You guard your mind by deliberately, and I'll say this slowly, you guard your mind by deliberately thinking about things that are true and honorable, thinking about things that are right and pure, thinking about things that are lovely and admirable, thinking about things that are excellent and of worthy of praise and a good report. By doing that, you are guarding your mind, because every negative thought you hold impacts your life negatively. I'll say that again. Every negative thought you allow to come into your mind impacts your mind and your life negatively. Let's go a little deeper and make things even more relevant to you and I. We live in a world where we have two fathers or two rulers, the father of or ruler of truth and goodness and light, and the father or ruler of lies and evil and darkness. Every single time you tell a lie, and as a matter of fact, he's called the father of lies. That is Satan, the devil. Every single time you tell a lie, whether it's a small lie or a big lie, you have allowed Satan to be your father. Think about that. And every single time you tell the truth, you go to the father of truth and light and goodness and love. You cannot, when it, we hear this often, you can't serve two masters. That is so true. You're either doing one or the other. You can't have a negative and a positive thought at the same time. You do one or the other. You can't have a good and a bad thought at the same time. You do one or the other. And so too with your mind. As you're thinking, as you're moving forward, know this. You can only have one good thought or bad thought at one time. You cannot have both. And also, as we guard our minds, we need to know that a good person produces good things from the treasures of their heart. So whatever comes out of your mouth, it was first developed or thought of in your mind, or the Bible sometimes interrelate heart and mind. It's written about 800 times in the Bible where the word heart is relates to things coming out of you. But about 200 of those 800 times, it's talking about your thoughts, the way you think, and what comes out of your mouth based on what you think. So when you hear something like a good person produces good things from the treasures of their heart, of a good heart, and an evil person produces evil things from the treasures of their evil heart, what you say flows from what you have in your heart or in your mind or in your thoughts, basically. So we need to guard our hearts above all else, because it determines the course of our lives. The way we think determines the course of our life. I've made up my mind to trust my Creator, trust the person who died for me and who has a plan, a good plan and a good purpose for me. I trusted him when I was a teenager to heal me, and he did. And in every decision I make now, I trust him, and I know he's guiding me, because all things are working out for me. I'm telling you this, guard your mind. It is the most powerful thing you have. And if you don't guard it, if you don't take heed to it, someone else will take heed to it, and it would not be good for you. So remember that. Know that you are made to impact the world. But sometimes when life happens, we lack confidence, because we feel like, man, this just happened and I really don't feel good about it. But I'm telling you that you have an opportunity, no matter what's going on, to not just impact your world, but impact other people's world. So don't lose confidence. You have a great thing going with this great mind of yours. So whatever challenges you're going through, know that there is more to who you are, and nothing can break you down, but you will break through. I like being transparent with you and sharing these personal things about myself, because I truly believe that it helps you see me as a real person. So I'm not just sitting here as someone who has just arrived, automatically, or nothing happened. No, I have been through and still am going through some major challenges, but I still know the importance of you guarding your mind and you recognizing the power that is within you. I was a nobody. I mean, I was broken. I was just a broken girl. A broken girl who didn't know, was not didn't know, but fighting to know who she really was. And I'm here with you now, being transparent, because many of you listening are afraid to do something new, afraid to start a plan or a business, or to take a step. But I promise you, if you take one step, your accomplishment, your future success is based on you taking one step at a time, and not allowing fear to bombard your mind, not allowing fear to take over your mind and rule it. Your mind is too powerful for that. The funny thing is, we can always choose one of two choices: faith-filled things or fear-filled things. But in everything, it's your choice. I'm asking you to try today. Dust off your thoughts, your mind, your plans, your goals that you've had. Dust them off and try just one more time. Your mind is the most creative muscle that you have in your body or in your life. It is the thing that will guide you to where you want to go. I remember a story. I used to share it a long time ago. Let's see if I get it right. There was this person, a farmer, who left his farm in, let's say, some rural part of the US, and sold everything, traveled and got the money, traveled the world, went to Africa looking for diamonds, because we heard that that's the diamond capital of the world. Went to Africa looking for diamonds, and he couldn't find it. But then after he spent all of his money, he was broke and on his way back to the US. He heard that the farmer he sold his farm to back, his farm back here in the US, found gold in his land. And I'm not sure if that story is true or not, but what I do know is it tells me something about human and our nature. We will sell everything we have to go and get something else, not realizing that what we really need, what we are selling everything for, is truly right inside of us. So I'm telling you, don't go looking or being helter-skelter looking for things, because it's right inside of you. There's another story I want to share with you about a dog fighter. And now I know that dog fighting is not good and it's illegal. But this dog fighter, every week, he'll bet on one of his dogs, and the one that he bets on wins. Why? Every week, he predetermined which one is going to win by feeding that one and not feeding the other. So the one that he fed would be ready to fight. It's going to be strong, and it will fight and win. And the one that he didn't feed would always lose. Guess what? The same principle applies to us. If we just keep eating food, regular food from a table, and fact is we eat and we get full, and we just can't eat anymore. For example, if you're hungry and you eat something that wasn't really tasty, but you're full, when something that you really wanted comes, you can't eat it, because guess what? You're already full and you just ate something you didn't really like, but it filled the space. Many times we settle for that in our physical body. The amazing thing is, when it comes to our mind, it's so very different. You can eat something that's not so good now, or you can hear something or be part of something that didn't bring you great success now. But if you feed your mind the right food, if you feed your mind things that are beneficial and things that are right to grow your business or to grow yourself or grow your family, you could eat and eat and eat and not be concerned about not eating, not be concerned about overeating, because when you eat and feed your spiritual mind, your spiritual self, there is no overeating. It's just bringing you to a point of being filled with goodness, filled with ideas and creativity. I am not going to stay much longer, but I want to tell you next week I'll be talking about the power of the mind as it relates to creativity, and I'll truly share my heart and my research with you. I went to bed like 4 o'clock this morning because I was so engaged in reading about the creativity of the mind. My goodness, do you know that everything that was created twice? First in our minds, and then on paper, and then reality. Think about something like a man going to the moon. That didn't just happen. They thought about it. They thought about it and realized, because no one had ever gone before. So fact is, what do you do when you have an idea that no one else has ever done before? Guess what I say? Go for it. Go for it, because not because someone hasn't done it before means that it's not worthy to be done. Your creativity is unlike anyone else. Many times we feel like, well, it's been done before, or it's already, there's something similar out there. Guess what? Your idea could be the one that the world is waiting for to be transformed. So don't give up. Don't just think about your idea as a small idea. Listen, you've got such greatness within you that no idea you have is a small idea. No idea you have is just worth laying aside. So I will show you, based on what doctors and these geniuses talk about, how do we get our creativity active and working and doing and making it become beneficial to us. It's been said that we can remake our entire life based on the creative juices. I'm saying juices, the creativity that flows in and through us. Before we walked on the moon, I said that a man had to first think about that, my goodness, and then encourage someone else to share his dream or thought, and then find researchers who are willing to research about it and see if it's livable, if it's possible for a man to go and come back, and then even then to find the finances to build the ship and to the satellite and everything else, and then find the people to go along with your mission. And then they were willing to give up their life. They had to be, because no one knew that you can go to the moon and come back. So what I'm saying to you is, whatever dreams you have, whatever plans you have, be confident in knowing that the power of your mind will bring it to fruition. The power in your mind, the power of your mind, the creativity in your mind, this amazing muscle that's inside of you is going to help you to bring every bit of the creativity that's within you to fruition. Until next time, when I'll be talking more about this creative power and giving you live examples, I am asking you to, one, trust in your Creator. Trust Him, because He has the best intentions for you. He has the blueprint for your dream. He has the blueprint and the creativity and every food that your brain needs to accomplish the purpose in which He's called you for. So don't depend on what you know, because what we know sometimes is not necessarily the right thing, or we need more information that we don't know about, and then we make a mistake because we didn't get it right. So trust in your Creator with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding, and in all your ways acknowledge Him. I promise you, He will show you what to do. So until next time on Breakthrough, I hope you use the tips, the tools, and the insights I've shared with you to truly break through, and most of all, use the power of your mind this week to truly transform your life. Until then, have a fantastic week.